moi, il est vraiment précieux. Puis, les meilleurs souvenirs que j'ai avec lui, c'est vraiment les moments que j'ai eu sa qualité. Donc, quand j'étais allée prendre des marches, quand j'étais allée au théâtre, c'est vraiment les moments que j'ai du temps pour parler avec lui, pour rire avec lui, juste de discuter puis d'avoir de sa sagesse.
When I was probably 5 or 6, we'd go fishing in the creek just by our house. I remember as a kid that just being such a fun, rich experience.
It had been snowing and the roads were just a little bit slippery, and my dad, he would do donuts on the ice. I remember pulling into the school parking lot. My dad suddenly threw the car into this donut that spun us around. I just remember thinking, whoa, my dad is amazing. Actually, a lot of my favorite memories are at our cottage in Ontario. I wanted to go fishing, but our boat wasn't working for some reason. My dad took out the little aluminum boat. He paddled us out to the middle of the lake. We trolled by paddle strength.
Is it just me, or do dads not get a lot of credit? I was hanging out with my friend's son over the holidays, and he was making these beautiful cards. At the top of the first card, he wrote, "To my mom." So I asked him, "Hey, do you want to make another card?" So he goes, "Okay." At the top, he writes, "To my brother." Right after that, I asked him, "Do you want to make another card?" And he thinks about it, looks at me and says, "Sure." And at the top of this one, he wrote, "To myself." I was challenged recently by a friend of mine who took his dad out for coffee to encourage him to work less. I mean, how awesome is that? My dad and I, as I grew up, we had our disagreements, and I think it's just become easy for me over time to just let that go and really not pour that much into that relationship. So I decided that over the holidays I would go all the way out to Frenchland to go visit my dad and just really try to focus on what it means to honor him. I realized partway through that it's kind of hard to film someone honoring someone else. So the footage that I did keep is one of the highlights of my trip. A friend of mine and we went out to the grocery store, bought my dad a whole bunch of groceries for him and his cat, and ended up cooking him just a really great meal. So this is part of what it meant for me to really honor my dad. Currently at Pearson International Airport waiting for my flight to Quebec City, where I will be shooting the next LUVbomb video. So see you on the other side.
Mettez toujours votre masque avant d'aider quelqu'un.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Quebec City. It's presently about 10 minutes past 5 p.m. local time. We wish you a very pleasant stay in and about the Quebec City area or wherever your travels may take you. Also a very happy, healthy New Year.
This is Kat, and Kat's a friend from Quebec, and she's going to help me to make sure the dinner is at least edible.
Hi! We're gonna have a super good and healthy dinner. We're gonna have linguine with a decadent and yummy sauce. So Simon, what do you want to cook for dinner tonight?
I think we're going to start with a blue cheese and pear salad, which is my aunt's specialty. So my dad loves his cat. So we're gonna buy him some Temptation.
It's a complex affair, this life we live. I could do my wrongs, you could do your rights with a song. I hope you take me back. There's a flower waiting on your street. I will walk on water, walk on water.
Une des choses que que mon père m'a appris les plus importantes sur la vie, je pense que c'est la fidélité. C'est vraiment, mon père, c'est un homme de fidélité.
My dad's taught me to, I think, just to appreciate nature, to appreciate the world, and just to love it.
My dad is this easygoing and dependable man. The biggest thing my dad taught me about life would be how to love my mom.
The biggest thing that my dad has taught me throughout life is to live generously.
One of the biggest things that my dad taught me about life is to dream and to really follow those dreams. Merci papa, je t'aime beaucoup.
De pas décider alors que nos têtes nous crient de tout arrêter.
In the unlikely event of an emergency landing on water, remove the life vest from the pouch under your seat or below your armrest.